everybody, I'm Chaz with Board Game Geek, and I'm joined by Gil Hova from Formal Ferret Games.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. We are looking at the new and improved all-new High Rise.
Yes.
So yes, tell us what we can expect.
Okay, so this is High Rise. This is a game of construction and corruption. The idea is it is a one-way track. If you've played Tokaido or Glenmore, you know the general idea. If you haven't, all these spaces all around the board, they form a track, and it's always the turn of the player furthest behind. Okay. They can go as far on the track as they want, and wherever they go, they take that action. And these tiles over here are some of the actions you can do. These printed spaces on the board are also actions you can do as well. You'll execute the action, and then it'll be the turn of the player furthest behind, and so on and so forth. So you can make a really big jump, but you'll be waiting a while because you're not going to take another turn until everybody catches up. So a few things that make this game interesting. First off, when you land on a spot, like this spot lets me get this color resource. We call them floors in this game. And you can also grab a random floor in this case, but you have to take a corruption in order to do that.
Okay. Small price to pay.
Yeah, small price to pay. Yes, exactly. So we have a board over here that tracks your score and your corruption. And the way this board works over here is if I take a corruption on blue, I just move up one on the track. If I have most corruption at the end of the round, I get a penalty. If I have, and then at the end of the game, everybody's going to lose points based on where they are on the track, and that's why these numbers jump. I want to point out that this is not the final board. We were still making changes to a bunch of this. Like, for example, this board is going to have great art from Kwanchai Moria, and Heiko Gunther is still working on the final version of this. But, you know, we're in motion. We're continuing to revise and iterate as we get feedback from playtesters. Excellent. But yes, so the more corruption you have, the more points you're going to lose at the end of the game. That's why you put some jumps in this track over here. The numbers don't go just sequentially. The jumps make it pretty interesting. So you can win if you have a lot of corruption, but you got to play it right. You can lose if you have a lot of corruption. I'm sorry, you can win if you have a little corruption, but you got to play it right. So you can lose the game.
you got to find that right amount of schmooze.
Exactly, yes. So these buildings over here, they're sized proportionally to their height. You build them by collecting resources, by collecting these floors, and then matching blueprints. And every floor in your blueprint, every floor in your building is 1 point. And you reflect that by these really nice building tiles over here. The taller the building, the more points you get. You get 1 point for every floor. And there's a bunch of ways you can get bonus floors in your building, which is why you can get up to 9, 10, 15. So your buildings can get higher and higher, which is really interesting. These tiles are also they're not going to be rectangles. They're going to be cut to match the match Kwanchai's artwork, match the contours.
Kind of die cut.
Yes, yeah. So they're going to look really good. And these tiles over here that you see, we have 15 of these tiles laid out for a 3-player game, and there's 45 in the box. Yeah, so every game is different, not only based on how people play, but also based on the tiles that are out.
Lots of variability there.
Very much so. Yes.
Cool. So okay, where is this currently then in kind of its development and production?
Well, in terms of rules, the rules are done. The different components, we're mostly done with the tiles and cards. We are for the board. We are still working on the illustrations. I'm excited to see them. We should get them in the next couple of weeks for the board. The buildings, these are sketches. These are sketches for the buildings. They look amazing. But they're going to be finalized pretty soon as well. And the graphic design is mostly done. So it's pretty much just waiting on some illustration, which we should have done by, I'd say, a couple of weeks after the Kickstarter. Then it's a matter of finalizing the rule book and go.
Excellent. And where is, because I know that the Kickstarter was recently relaunched.
Yes.
And so when does the Kickstarter, it hasn't ended yet, has it?
No, not yet. It ends on March 25th.
March 25th.
Yes.
So if you're watching this live, it's obviously not the 25th yet, but if you're watching this after it's live, if it's not yet March 25th, go check it out on Kickstarter.
Definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
That's High Rise.
Yes.
By Formal Ferret Games.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks so much.
Yep, and check it out.